And in three, two, one. Okay, just make sure I got everything going the way it's supposed to go. So let us do that as we. And good morning, everybody. Of course, there's nobody there at the moment, so we'll just keep doing what we're doing right here. So to see how things are going and gone. Okay, then. Now let's put that right there and put this right here. And so I can get this thing rolling. I be rolling on the river. I be rolling, rolling, rolling. I be rolling, rolling, rolling. Okay, now let me see here now. Okay, now put this right here. Okay. And this right here. Okay. Maybe that's okay. I'm not exactly sure. Okay. Okay. Elon Musk. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 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 We don't see that anyway. Anyway, so good morning, everybody. Hope this day finds everybody well. I'm doing okay. So far as I know, you never can tell unless you really get moving there. It is a Monday morning. We had an interesting conversation yesterday with the mayor, and I'll tell you a little bit about that conversation as we move along. But it is time for now. I normally run my daily bread this time of day, and I don't know where it went. It went someplace, but hopefully I'll have it back on tomorrow, and we won't be screwed up like this because I can't even start my show without our daily bread. It's something. Let me see now. It just it messes with me because it prepares my mind to engage in the mental acrobatics that we have to do sometimes in this business, So, good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I just got to find my daily bread. I can't even get going unless my daily bread's here. I mean, what's up with that? you know. Anyway, a lot of things going on right now. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to talk to the mayor, and we're gonna actually today we're gonna talk about one of the things that we talked about yesterday with him when it comes to the city of Montgomery and some of the things that are going on. The more I talk to him, I think he has the right. I think he has the right concern for us. I think he has the right concern for us. Whether or not though his methodology is in sync with mine. Well, I'm not the mayor, so it'd have to be in sync with me whatsoever. But it is interesting that when you sit down and talk, he really is a personable guy. Now I realize that some of you guys been trying to talk to him for about 4 years, and you haven't an opportunity to. Well, you just there are just some things in life you can't change. I mean, like me, I'm Kevin Elkins, so therefore, I get to talk to everybody. But I paid some dues for that. It didn't just come up by the way. Okay. Anyway, don't forget the lesson of life today. The lessons of life today is it is not an easy life that makes you strong, but a tough life does make the tough things of life easier to conquer. So just remember that. Okay, just remember that, and you'll be all right. It is not the easy life that makes you strong, but a tough life that makes the tough things of life easier to conquer. Sometimes we think we're going to have it all easy. That isn't. That's just not the way life is. They're just not the way it is. Sometimes you just got to deal with the tough things and the rotten things too at the same time sometimes. But anyway, good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins. Just in case for those who don't know, I've been around this city for about, 33 years. How old is Emmanuel? 34. He'll be 34. So for about 34 years, I've been in this city. The mayor told me yesterday I got to stop saying I'm from Indiana. So okay, officially as of today, I'm becoming an official Alabamian. Okay, I'm an official Alabamian now because the mayor yesterday got me squared away on that. Said listen, after 30 years here, yeah, you from Alabama. I spent more time here than I spent in my own hometown. So I guess I'm really like, yeah, I really am an Alabamian. You know, after all this time, my kids, both my boys born here, grew up here. So I guess I'm an Alabamian. You know, so I have to start acting like I'm an Alabamian. And first of all, you got to understand the colloquialisms of the South, and which I got them down now. I got them down now. I got them down. And one of those colloquialisms of the South, of course, is how you speak. You know, and we Southerners, we got a certain way of communicating, and I like it. When I first got here, I didn't quite understand it, but I like it now. We take the English language and we shorten it a little bit for some things. We make it longer for other things, but for the most part, though, we get it. We get to moving. I mean, we got it. Like I've accepted the term "mom and them." Okay, I have accepted that term "mom and them" because, well, it means mama and them. And so why? Okay, mama and them. That's 4 syllables. Okay, where the way we do it. Okay, the way Southern I'm a Southern now. Mama and them. Like we cut a whole lot of time off saying things by using the Southern colloquialisms. So I'm good. Okay. Oh, here's one. That dog won't hunt. Now, when I first got here, I was wondering why wouldn't the dog hunt? Why wouldn't the dog hunt? Well, I figured the dog has been tired. He could have been ticked off at somebody, or maybe he just didn't see what to go after. I don't know. But no. That dog don't hunt for the folks up north. Yeah, that means that no. In northern, we say, no, homie, don't play that. Okay. Well, down south, we say that dog ain't gonna hunt. That means, oh no, I don't care what you say, we ain't rolling with that. Okay. So I appreciate that. And if there's any more colloquialisms from the South that I need to make sure that the people up north actually, they actually need to understand, y'all let me know what they are. Okay. I'm just telling you so I can, because I got some partners up in Indiana and Washington, my airborne ranger buddies out there always listen. They say, well, what you mean by that? Okay. Well, now this morning, colloquialism is mom and them. Okay. Because mom and them don't play that. Okay. What's the other? That dog ain't going to hunt. Now, if there's any more, y'all let me know, and we'll get back to it. But one of the things, I was having a conversation with the mayor yesterday about the city. We always hear about businesses, about how many businesses there are, how many businesses there are not, and we seem to think, I mean, building a building does not make you a business. You have a business to go into the building. So that's good. Now we know that Amazon, we know that a few other people are coming to town. And there's a number on the screen there. You can feel free to give us a call in if you want to. There is a I didn't forget the beginning of it. What happened was I can't find my beginning. I had it in here. I think my producer on the other end kind of rearranged some of my stuff, and I'll have to find out where it is. Okay, I should have did this last night, but I didn't. I was watching I was watching something on TV. But I'll get that. But that we'll do that tomorrow. We have our daily bread tomorrow and our PT and our stuff like that. But I just don't know where it is right now. Okay, I don't have a clue where it is right now, but that's okay. We're gonna take care of that on tomorrow. Okay, we're gonna take care of that. Okay, again. Oh no, wait. Oh, there. No, it's not there. Okay. It used to be there, but I don't know where it went. So we'll get to that. I got to figure out how to play this on the live version of the show. But anyway, good morning to you. And I for the first time, I went down to the last month, I went down to the new courthouse on Madison Avenue. I mean, I never had a real reason to go down there before. And so I never paid it much attention, but it really is nice in there, kind of slow. They're kind of slow, but it's nice in there. whoever came up with that idea, yeah, it looks better in there than it does downtown on Jackson. I mean, when you go to Ripley Street down, and when you go in there, most of the time you ain't coming out. I mean, you're going to jail. I mean, so at least they got to come get you to take you to jail down on Ripley. So that's cool. But I can appreciate that. I'm good. But anyway, let me get back to what I and the mayor was having yesterday. One of the things we were talking about yesterday is something called the yeah, I didn't forget the beginning of the show. Trust me, I didn't. Somebody messed with my stuff, and my producer did. And so I'm trying to get him to figure out, maybe he came up with a new way for me to present it. But yeah, that's part of this show, our daily bread and lessons of life. That's just part of what we do. But I'll find out where it is, and I'll find out where it is. And tomorrow when we start, we will actually have that. Okay. If you are in your car, or if you're somebody and you do want to, opine, you can give us a call at 521-2963. So I'm trying to make this this podcast like a radio show also. So if you got something you want to get on me about, that's fine. That's cool. I can live with that. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that at all. Okay. I know it's early in the morning, but that's okay. If you're going to get something done, you got to get up early. All right. That's the way we roll. We got to get up early. All right. Because I got up early. Anyway, again, the lesson of life today is, it is not the easy life that makes you strong, but a tough life does make the tough things of life easier to conquer. So just remember that. So when you're going through something tough, just remember it's all temporary. Okay. And the word of the day, of course, is there's always like and subscribe. That's right. To our YouTube thing. Appreciate that. Word of the day is astute. Okay. Which means having or showing an ability to notice and understand things clearly. Like my son's he's more astute than I am. Okay. In other words, being mentally sharp or clever. So if somebody tells you that you are astute, okay, he ain't saying stupid. He's saying that you're actually quite clever. So don't be hitting anybody in the head or anything like that because you think they got insulted, okay? Astute. So if you want to make points with your teacher, when you get to school today, you make sure you say, Mr. Johnson, you, my friend, are an astute individual. Okay. So, and he'll be so intrigued that you know what it means until you'll probably get a better grade. I'm just saying, you might want to. So the word of the day is what again? ASTUTE. And the word is astute, which means having or showing an ability to notice and understand things clearly. In other words, being mentally sharp or clever. I mean, most of my life I've been called that anyway. So I'm familiar with the word. Okay, I'm familiar with the word. Not a big deal. All right. So anyway, let me. I got to put something on my Facebook page here so people can actually get in the studio if they want to talk to us this morning, because you may not have time to. Okay, so there it is, right there. Okay, and we put it right here. Okay, let's put it right there, and let's go right there. Okay, and there we go. Now, if you're on the internet, you can actually click on that link that we just put there, and you can actually come on in to the studio and let's have a conversation. But I want to get back to my conversation with you. If on Sundays I get some more training over there with Roscoe on equipment. He trains me well. He's been around longer than me. Was the only guy in town that's been around longer than me on the radio? Probably not. But anyway, and we talked to the mayor yesterday, and we had a great conversation. And I want to talk about what we talked about, because we can make all the promises in the world. Everybody has a meeting. It seems that they promise us everything, but we end up with nothing. Okay. And again, that's what I like about Republicans. I love them because they don't promise you anything and they keep their promise. Okay. Listen, I can handle that. Whereas the Democrats, for the most part, they promise you everything and give you nothing. So I'd rather know if I've got to eat. If I've got to eat, I'd rather know that it's going to be up to me whether I eat. Now, if you want to text me, you can do it 901-5022. And that's the only time I use that phone is when I'm on the air. Oh, well, this ain't the air. Well, it's kind of like the air. I mean, the internet's going across the airways too. 901-5022 is our text number. If you got something you want to say to us today, we'd be most appreciated if you wanted to. Okay. If not, we'll keep on going with my conversation yesterday with the mayor. And the mayor yesterday, so we were talking about things, I hope things that matter, okay? And one of the things, if you wonder why I got this screen in front of me, because the screen in front of me keeps the noise off the microphone, okay? Because I'm being a professional now, okay? So I and the mayor yesterday were having a conversation about a Jimmy Carter. For all the things people say about him being a bad president and stuff like that, I don't know. I'm 17 years old when Jimmy Carter gets in president of the United States. When I first joined, Jimmy Carter was president of the United States. So when you're 17, 18 years old, you really don't worry about you really don't worry about the policies of the presidency of the United States. I remember gas being high and the interest rates being high and things of that nature. But let me tell you one of the things he did that is still around today, and I don't believe we use enough of it. Now, besides coming up with the Department of Education, which I think absolutely just didn't do much of us any good. But okay, we'll go with that. Okay. So actually you can text that number that's on the screen. Come think about it. You don't even have to text my cell phone. You can text that number right there. 521-2963 if you need to text it. Okay. 521-2963. You can text it or you can call the show if that's what you need to do. So let's talk about something that Jimmy Carter actually thought about, and I got to get my friend to call us on this because he is the expert on this particular thing that I am not, and it's called the CRA. Okay, the CRA is what's called the Community Reinvestment Act. Okay, and the Community Reinvestment Act, which is otherwise known from this point on as the acronym of CRA, Charlie Romeo Alpha, is a law that encourages financial institutions to help meet the credit needs of the communities that they serve, especially low-income and moderate-income neighborhoods, otherwise known from this point on as LMI, low to moderate income neighborhoods. And so I've been here for a while, since 1991, and I've seen neighborhoods come and go in that time. I've seen some get worse, some disappear, some get a little bit better. The purpose of the CR was enacted in 1977 to address, now here's that word that we all hear about, but we never know much about it, to address the inequities in and access to credit. Okay. The Federal Reserve, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, FDIC, and the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, OCC, are responsible for implementation of the CRA regulation. Basically, this was it is a government agency, one of the few, that supposedly, if it works the way it does, some of our folks could probably find themselves in a better situation if the local banks, and I told the mayor yesterday, if there is a move afoot to talk to the bankers all in one room, and it is hard. I've been trying for years to get a banker on there, and they are just, it's like you told them you had COVID. They don't want to come in and talk to you. But I believe with all these talk shows, radio, TV, all these talk shows, we ought to be able to have a conversation with a banker as a point of what's the word I'm looking for here? As a point of what do you call it when you put out information for the people? We need that, because I need to know if they are doing this, if they are in compliance with the CRA, the Community Reinvestment Act, then why do we still have as much much inequity? And nobody talked about, okay, we don't expect them to go out and help you move to Wind Lakes. Okay, we don't expect that. Okay, last week in the newspaper, it was Marsha Johnson was in the newspaper. At least her picture was anyway, and they were talking about the average income of our districts. Okay, the average income of District 3 is $17,000 a month, $17,000 a year. I don't know how anybody can make it on $17,000 a year. Now, if you live all by yourself in a one-room shack, you could probably make it. Okay, you probably make it. You can't have cable. You can't have cable and anything like that. But how in the world, in the city of Montgomery, here we are on the precipice of economic vitality, is what the mayor was telling me yesterday. How do we have that? How do we have a community with an average yearly income of $17,000? That's before taxes. So I did the tax. It comes to about $11,000 a year you're trying to live on. And if you are paying rent someplace, okay, if you're paying rent someplace, they're taking about all of that. So the Community Reinvestment Act was supposed to help invest in these communities. Maybe we need to invest in old folks' homes, or something like that. Maybe we need to do that, but we don't hear much about that. Okay, so when the mayor Reed yesterday, we were having a conversation about it. I told him the next time that happens, we want to be at the meeting. If we can get that to happen, we want to be or somebody smarter than I needs to be at the meeting to understand exactly what they're saying. Okay, because they don't really like Steve Harvey said when he came here for the Turkey Day Classic some years ago. He said, rich people don't talk like poor people. And I understand that. I feel you. I don't know what a portfolio is. I can barely spell it. I feel you on that, and talking about get my jet out. Well, I'm thinking about you talking about jet skis for me to go watch, not fly on one. So we need regular people at these meetings, competent people though, but people who are there strictly to ask the question, because all this money that goes out to all these people, why in the world does it seem that some of our cities, and not just in Montgomery, all over the world, are so underserved when it comes to investment by banks? Okay, and here's another thing. Just because you're a banker and you're listening, listen, building another church is not what I'd call community reinvestment. Okay, as a matter of fact, if people are making decent money, they can pick a church they want to go to and make it become part of to influence the community, and we'll pay for it. But here's what I need to know. Seriously. How many of you out there, small business people? Now, I ain't talking about because you went out and messed up your credit. I'm talking about because and we've all done it. We've all done it. And then you pay a price and then you go back again. But how many of you out there have decent credit and haven't been able to get a loan from a local bank? Okay, I'm listening. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Somebody's got to be out there. Somebody's got to be out there that can tell me that. Public service information. That's right. Thank you, Camille. I appreciate that. Public service. So banks should come on periodically as a public service to the people of Montgomery, to the people of Prattville, to the people of Wetumpka, and talk to us about money. There are a lot of secrets to money. A lot of secrets to money that we don't know, because poor folks never really hear about the secrets to money. No, no, we don't. So I'm trying to reach out to my friend right now, and let's talk about it. The Community Reinvestment Act. I know normally I don't talk about too many serious things, but after a while, after you live here a while, you find that there are many, many secrets that we don't have access to. Okay, we just don't. Okay, and this guy, and money is one of them. I mean, we know how to spend money. Now we all got PhDs in spending it, but making it work for us, uh, poor folks. And that's black and white. Can't nothing do with color when it comes to being poor, because they treat all poor people the same. So if for some reason you're white and you think that you're above the rest of us, well, sorry about that. And if you're black and if you think that the world just on you, that's not true either. Okay, so I'm just saying we need to learn about money. Okay, and that's what we need to learn about. So I'm gonna see if I can call my buddy here and tell him to call in, because he's the smartest guy in town that I know of, as a matter of fact. And I know a lot of smart people. I'm not one of them. My son's smarter than I am. Okay, he really is. I'm proud of him too. Both of them are. As a matter of fact, they learn how to. Emmanuel learned how to get a job. Although I must admit, when he told me he wanted to be a photographer, I said, "Get a job." You know what I mean? Just get a job, brother. Just get a job, get a 9 to 5, and go on out there and make yourself, and then retire for 20 years with a gold watch. But he wasn't hearing that, and I'm glad he didn't hear that too. Okay, let me see, 521, uh, 2963. Okay, 2963. Okay. So I'm gonna try to get him to call in and talk to us about the Community Reinvestment Act, because we keep every election year, every election, somebody promises us the world. Yeah, we're gonna get there and all this. And I realize that Mr. Figures has just got there, and I'm feel you. I feel him on that. So he doesn't know where the bathroom is yet. But how long we keep, every time we hire somebody new to go down there, then we don't. They kind of like get lost in the abyss of it all. And I like Mr. I like Mr. Um, Figures. As a matter of fact, for a Democrat, he's pretty moderate. He and Mayor Reed remind me pretty much of the same kind of personality. Reasonable people, even though we may not agree with them, but reasonable people. They look at things reasonably, and that's all I ask for you to do. Just be reasonable about what you look at. Don't tell me that a guy's a girl. That's all I'm just saying. Don't tell me that. Okay, we know guy don't come girl. We know that. I mean, now if you say the guy thinks he's a girl, I'm good. I'm good with that one. That's, you can be whatever it is you think you can think that you are whatever you think you are. That's cool. Okay, I'm good with that. But biology and science will tell you, nah, not quite. But anyway. So hopefully I'm going to get my buddy to call in here, and we are going to talk about this Community Reinvestment Act and why it never seems to, it never really seems to, every election cycle. I've been around for I've been able to vote for president since 1975. However, I didn't vote for one until 1992 when I got here, when Ross Perot was. Yeah, I've always been a little bit different. I voted for Ross because I'd heard all the lies and all the other things by other people, and therefore I wasn't impressed at all. Um, so but I did vote in 1992 for the first time, because I was in the military in the 70s and most of in the 70s and most of the 80s. So I didn't really care about voting. I had a hard time figuring out where I was, being up there in Washington State and at Bragg and all the rest of those places. So we didn't know. But now that I'm on the downside of the hill, I do think that we have an opportunity, and we need to take that opportunity to get our kids to be part of the process, even though the process doesn't seem to work for us. And when I say us, I mean poor folks. Okay, it really doesn't seem to work for us. However, on the other hand, Sooner or later, we've got to figure out that whatever happens to us as people, whatever fortunes we find, whatever good luck or bad luck or opportunity we find, we're gonna have to find it. Okay. Everybody, the guy that's on top of the mountain is not trying to come down to the bottom. And the guy that's on the bottom sometimes wants to keep the guy down there with him, the other guy down there with him. So we've got to figure out a way out of this mess. And one of the ways we do that, of course, is by having information that's available to us so we can look at. But this Community Reinvestment Act, I really never paid it much attention. I just didn't. But now it's time. When our city councilwoman said last week that her district, the average income, yearly income is $17,000. I said, how do people live like that? How do you survive? 17,000? So those must be older people, okay, living on Social Security. Okay, there must be older people living on Social Security. And $17,000, I mean, unless they're giving rent free, I don't think they are. Now, you're right. Some people may have homes already paid for and things of that nature, but there's still upkeep. After a certain age, do you just want us to live or do you want us to just survive? And $17,000 is just surviving if you're doing that at all. Okay, if you're doing that at all. But anyway, that's just one of the things we can talk about. Now, if I can get my buddy to call here and talk about it, because it really is an important thing. The mayor brought it up yesterday. I brought it up yesterday to the mayor, and he said he has been trying to talk to banks, but those are the things that we don't know about him talking to. And of course, I did ask him about the Whitehurst case again, because I just don't understand why we can't give that family something. And people, the biggest excuse I hear, well, that happened a long time ago. Well, what happened in World War II happened a long time ago. But what we did was we paid the Japanese $20,000 a piece. Okay. I mean, I don't know why it is that if we talk about giving Black folks money for the wrongs that have been done, not everybody. Again, if you're 70 years old or older, you know what I'm saying? I really believe that this country owes you a check. I do, especially if you're Black. I just, okay, well, maybe 70 is kind of young still. But if you say you're 70, that means you were born in 50 something. Whereas I was born in 57. Yeah. So you had to be born in the 50s, somewhere around there. In 1951, 52, somewhere around there. I do believe that this nation, now we can have a conversation about that if y'all want to, but I don't think there's an argument to be made that Black folks, especially my mother, who would be 89 this year, I believe. Yeah, I'd see. Well, she'd be 89 if she was alive. She was due something. She was, for the hell she had to go through. But nobody under the age of 74, under the age of 74, I don't believe. Listen, we've had great opportunities. Yeah, and even rich people all don't have the same opportunities. But we've had great. But those people who paved the way for us, okay, for the younger generation, they were Black in this country. They were owed something. The Tuskegee Airmen generation, they were owed something. And until we do something for those people, the ones that are still alive, this whole Whitehurst thing is going to be a cloud over Montgomery's head. It is going to be a cloud. And Bernard Whitehurst Sr. was a young man at the time in 1975. He was actually gunned down by the Montgomery Police Department. And I don't know if they wanted to kill him or not, but they did kill him. And that wasn't that was just part of the problem. The other problem is that the Montgomery policeman came back to the Montgomery Police Department, got a gun, and put the gun beside him as if to say he had pulled the gun. And he never did. The gun came from the Montgomery Police Department evidence room. But nobody has really ever paid. Now, I realize we have a young mayor at that time. I think his name was Mayor Robinson. I think he did quit. But that didn't help the family. And thank God that Kevin Murphy a few years ago. And do you know that it took them 40 years to go out to her house and tell us what had happened? Murphy went out to Kevin Murphy, who's a deputy sheriff now. I think it was 40 years when I got here. He finally went out to their house and apologized for what happened. You know, now 50-50 used to say the 50-50 is a guy who used to call it retired sergeant major of the Army. He used to say an apology too late is like not having an apology at all. And even though I do think often we spend too much time worrying about color, and I have never said that color doesn't matter, because obviously it did back in those days to certain people. But you can't live back there, but you certainly can reference it. And I just think that the city of Montgomery, and I don't know why I can't get the mayor to find a way to do something to help that family. There's Stacy, there's Bernard Jr., there's their sister. I don't know her name. But the state, and people say, well, a lot of people did. But when the state, under the color of authority, do things, then that state or that authority needs to be some recompense. Okay, there needs to be something that says we were wrong. And now their biggest complaint to me is that, well, if we do that, we open up Pandora's box. Well, I got to tell you, if we've done that to a lot of people in the history of Montgomery, maybe Pandora's box needs to be open. You know, maybe they need to be open. Maybe they need to do something for these people. You know, not me. They don't owe me anything. Most of the trouble I got in life is my own doing. But the Bernard Whitehurst family, and it's been how many years is that? 1975 to how many years is that? I don't know how many years that is, but it's a wait a minute. Hold. Wait a minute, I can ask Siri. Hey Siri. How many years have gone by since 1975? Well, tell her, brother. Okay, that's too complicated for Siri. So let me do it on let me do it on my calculator right here. So it is how many years is that? It's a bunch of years. Okay, we'll just say that much. It's a bunch of years. Okay, let me see if I can. Okay, so 2025 minus. Let me see. Okay, 2025 minus 1975 equals. Okay, I should have been able to figure that out. 50 years ago. 50 years ago, which means I must have been 15, 18. Yeah, I was 18, 17 years old, headed to Fort Dix, New Jersey, where a man here in the city of Montgomery was being shot down by the police. And I'm just wondering why the mayor of this city will not do something for that family. Well, it's been a long time. Well, yeah, a long time dead is still dead. Okay. This city owes the Whitehurst family something. Yeah, and we can argue about some other things. We can argue about, but we know that they were involved. They were involved in taking a gun from the police impound room, evidence room, bringing it back, laying it down on the man's body so they could say they shot him in self-defense. Okay. Now, So what happened to the case? Well, one of the attorney for that case, which is Mr. Watkins, I think Donald Watkins, who I believe at the time was on the city council or something or close to it, or work with him or something. What they did was they he took it to federal court. He took it to federal court, and federal court says, in the most listen, technically they were absolutely right. The court was absolutely right technically, but it had to be the most. It had to mean to be the what they said had to be the most un. It just it stupefies me that the judge would say what he did, even though technically he was right. But I think I could have found a better way to say this than he did. But he said, and one of the reasons why they lost the case in federal court, and I still to this day haven't figured out why they did not start in city court. Why we bypassed city court and took it on, because what they said was it was a violation of his civil rights to put that gun down there and stuff like that. And the judge looked at them and said, well, if you're dead, you don't have any civil rights. Wow. Whoa. And technically I guess you're right. But man, that had to be a hell of a pill to swallow with those guys. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So if you want to call, and you may be, you may be older folks who older than I and probably don't even get on Facebook and all this stuff. But I'm just thinking this city has a history that is well, that's tough. It's tough. But I just think that the mayor, we cannot, and I would agree with him, we cannot undo every wrong that has been done in the city of Montgomery. We can't do it. We can't do it. We won't do it. It'll never happen. You can't undo all the wrongs we've done as individuals. But here's the difference between the whole Bernard Whitehurst case and other thing. Under the color of the authority of the city of Montgomery, they did what they did. And therefore, I think the city of Montgomery, since these people happen to be employees of the city, and police are given an authority that only soldiers have most of the time, and that is to take life. And they took a man's life without recompense, for no ungodly reason, and then had the mitigated gall and audacity to go get a fake gun, put it down by this man. And right now, this day, I mean, I see him all the time. I see Bernard's brother. I talked to Stacy and Bernard Jr. We need them to do something for this family. I mean, Florence, which is the mom, his wife. We need to do something for this family. I don't care how long it's been. It's been 50 years. Well, okay. Well, they went after. Wait a minute. They went after Bill Cosby. Something happened 40 years ago. We're going after P. Diddy. Something happened 30 years ago. That we don't have no proof. We don't have no proof except what somebody says. So why is it such a difficult task to take care of this family? Why is it? Why is that? And I realize that there have been many families in this city that have been done wrong, misused, misguided. Not misguided, but misused, used, and abused. I realize that. Come think, but I had my share of run-ins when I got here too. Being that I was from up north, I didn't really know all the customs of the South. When I got here in '91, but I quickly learned. And I straightened up a little bit, so I got my act together. But anyway, it's a time for me to take it today. Okay, it's almost time for me to take a little break here. But let me take a little break, and then we'll be back right after this because I got to go get me some water and things of that nature. And so don't you guys go no place. Okay, don't go no place. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. So don't go any place. Just hang loose, and I'll be with you. Let me find my my music here. There we go. Okay. Can we find that? Okay. Oh no, we don't want that. No, we don't want that. No, we don't want that. No, we don't want that at all. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, here we go. There we go. That's right. Okay, we are back. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody is doing well. I had to go out there and had to go out there and take care of that. Now, as soon as I can figure out how to get us back some video. Okay, then we want to do that. We don't do that. Oh, okay, we don't want to do that. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Right here. Okay, okay. See, I'm doing this by myself today, so I'm trying to learn all this stuff. So it's kind of, oh, there we go. There we go, right there. Anyway, good morning. And there are other things to talk about too. So I just thought I'd bring that up today. Me and the mayor was having a conversation yesterday. Too bad I couldn't record that and play it today. But maybe Roscoe recorded it and we'll see if we can get it. But anyway, one of the things we're talking about the Community Reinvestment Act and the Bernard Whitehurst case, because the Bernard Whitehurst case, I'm telling you, it is going to haunt the city of Montgomery until it is resolved. I mean, you just don't use the police force and nobody pays for killing a man. You, you just don't you just don't do that. At least that's not what I'm thinking anyway. Anyway, and there's some other things going on too. In the city of Montgomery, there's some other things going on. One of the things that's going on. Jimmy Carter, of course. Now I don't know what Trump said. I don't know what he said that ticked everybody off about the maybe somebody can shoot me a video or something like that, because I don't, did he say something nasty about Carter? I don't think a president would do that. I agree with him. 30-day remembrance of the former president of the United States, because no matter what you say about Jimmy Carter was he seemed to be a good man, a good human being. I didn't agree with all the politics, but I didn't know what not to agree with, what to agree at 18 years old. I didn't have a clue. But I do know Habitat for Humanity has made a difference in people's lives right here in Montgomery. As a matter of fact, the Habitat for Humanity, which is over on Southern Bypass or Northeast Bypass, whichever one is right there, where old Service Merchandise used to be. I do know they make a difference. There are very few organizations that you can actually see the difference, but Habitat for Humanity makes a big difference in a lot of people's lives. And so, if he didn't do anything else, he had left a legacy of helping people help themselves. Okay, so that's cool. We appreciate that. Okay, let me see whatever else that's coming up. So I don't know when is his state funeral going to be, but he would just seem to be a good man. I don't really know much about him. I know back in the day he got cancer. Cancer announced in 2015. Well, excuse me, Carter announced in 2015 that he had been diagnosed with cancer and had a mass in his liver removed. A few months later, he said he was cancer free. So that's good. Okay, now here's something that a lot of you guys don't know. Now this is for lazy guys. Now I got some news for lazy guys right here. Yeah, I got news here. You meet a lot of men, right? You meet a lot of men who don't want to pay nothing, don't want to do nothing, just want to be lazy, right? We got people like that. I mean, we do, right? Okay, of course we do. We got people like that. Well, here's the deal. Okay, here's the deal. I found some places where men could go and they'll pay for you to come over to their country and marry their older women. I know. I couldn't believe it. Okay, but we got 5 countries that are willing to do that. Oh yeah. I found it hard to believe. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get the hell out of Montgomery or out of the United States and be paid to do it. So there are several countries that are offering financial incentives to attract residents, particularly to revitalize rural areas. Now, you're going to be living in the country. Okay, that's what that means. Just because you don't know what rural means. That means, yeah, we're gonna pay you to come over here, marry some of our women, but you're gonna be out in the country. Okay. Now, these incentives often come with stipulations, such as starting a business or renovating a property. So you may work a little bit, but you can still get over there. Applicants should carefully consider the requirements and lifestyle implications before relocating. So who are the countries that are willing to allow you to come over there and live, okay, and just live for free? Okay. But you got to marry. You got to marry one of their women. I mean, that's just what it is. You got to marry one of the women. Okay, I'm just saying. And now I'll give you the countries here in a second. Okay, let me see where this goes right here. Okay, that goes right there. Okay, now let me see. Okay, the first country, of course, is is Spain. Okay, I mean, you can go to Spain, and they'll pay you away. All 200 eligible digital. So how does it say? The view of someplace in there, Spain, from wine and history lovers. The remember that time, remote region Extremadura launched a program in late August, and what they're willing to give you, okay, you can receive up to $15,000 and $15,750 if you move to one of its rural villages, which means you probably won't have cable, and they probably won't have football or anything like that. But that's okay. Chile is another country. Okay, in Chile, the program, if you're an outdoor enthusiast who have an entrepreneurial spirit and can apply for a startup in Chile and accelerate a program that offers grants up to 15 million Chilean pesos, which is about $15,150. $75,000 for those who want to bring their startup businesses to South American country. Now here's another one. Ireland will give you about $88,000 to renovate derelict properties. Okay. But now at least they want you to do something. They don't just let you come over there just for nothing. But here's one. Japan, the panoramic view of tea plantations, Kyushu region, Yami, Japan, in August 21st, 2023. Okay, Japan's Regional Revitalization Corps is a program that has been working since 2008 to address rural depopulation by recruiting expats to move, to small towns and revitalize them. We need somebody to move over here and revitalize ours. And last but not least, Italy. Okay, I mean, who would think that you'd have to pay somebody to go to Italy? But I mean, come on. Now, only reason I wouldn't want to go to Italy, I'd be thinking of The Godfather, and I probably wouldn't be able to make that one. Okay, but other than that, though, it's good. Okay, so if a lot of you guys, want to, just move for free, those are the countries that you can do it with. I'll just give them to you one more time. We got Italy, Japan, we got Ireland, Chile, and Spain. So have at it. Find your good old girl over there. And now you won't have cable, you won't have NFL, anything like that. But if you like soccer, you can probably make it over there pretty good. Okay. I just thought I'd let you know that. All right then. What else is going on? Oh, don't forget, what is it? Kids probably in school by now, but we're going to start back telling you who the student of the year is, student of the week is. I guess we don't have one this week, but we'll have one next week. Okay. And the guy who evidently was an Army vet. Now, I'm not going to believe that a lot of our Army guys are going to go in there and be radicalized. I mean, I'm just not. I mean, if he was going to be radicalized, then he must have been radicalized before he joined the Army. And that's all I can tell you. They said, was this guy affiliated with terrorist organization? Was he working with others? Well, after their investigations up, they're going to figure out some of that. Okay. They did find an ISIS flag. At least that's what they say. They say they found an ISIS flag. So we'll see how that works out. Okay. Now, anything else going on? Oh, Toyota faces a class action lawsuit over Huntsville-made engines. Now, I thought Huntsville was supposed to be the top dog of Alabama. About 100,000 Toyota trucks were recalled earlier this year for faulty engines, some of which were Huntsville made. Now, some affected Toyota owners have filed a class action lawsuit against the manufacturer. The lawsuit alleges that Toyota has breached implied warranties, engaged in consumer fraud, and violated state consumer protection laws, amongst other claims. Now, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, on May the 30th last year, Toyota Tundras and Lexus LX 600s with engines made at their engines either Tara, Japan, or Huntsville, Alabama, were recalled due to the possibility of disturbance from the manufacturing process contaminating the engines. Okay, well, we don't want to be contaminating engines, do we? No, we don't. Okay, so that's one of the things that's happening over there. I thought Huntsville was the creme de la creme of everything. I thought they did no wrong up there. Although they do have rocket scientists up there, though. So that is something to look forward to. They do have rocket scientists in Huntsville where we don't. I imagine we may have a couple here too, but I'm not sure. But I know up in Huntsville they got some. So we don't want to tick them off too bad. That's a lot of money. I think, is Elon Musk got anything to do with the rockets that we're sending up to the moon now? I don't think he does anyway. Okay, anyway, moving right along to other things. So I got to get my daily bread tomorrow. I'm gonna get my. Okay, never mind. I know what happened. We did a new studio. That's why I wasn't in there. Okay, all right then. I know now what happened. Okay, Chaz. Okay, I'm not going to get on you about this one. Now I know, because anytime you name a new studio, you pretty much get rid of everything that was in the old one. Okay, so that's how that happened. And Hayes left off a smoke detector. Oh, okay. I don't know what that's all about, but all right then. All right, now let me go call my good friend. Wait, I got to call one of my guests up for this morning. Let's see, where is he at? I don't know. Okay, let me see where he is. Okay, because I'm gonna find him in a second because I'm gonna have a guest this morning. I got to find where he is because he's probably out and about doing his thing. Okay, but that's my good friend. Okay, now what is that number here? Oh, here, wait, I got to get to the phone. There we go, right there. Okay. That's his phone, right? Okay, there we go. Now that's not it. Okay, I just want to make sure the thing is actually working. Okay, so we're gonna go to our good friend right now and see where he is. Okay, because he wants to come on and talk about something this morning, and so that's what we're actually going to do as soon as I figure out how to work the rest of this. Okay, that's what I need to figure out here. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right then. Let me see where we are here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so let me find David right quick. So how's everybody doing out there this morning? Y'all can call in and keep me company or something like that, so I don't have to sit here and look crazy. Let me see. Okay, what's that number again? Da-da-dum, da-da-dum. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna get it right here in a second here. David. Oh, okay then. GRA. Oh, there we go, right there. Okay, there we go. So let's see if I can call David this morning and see what he's doing over there at the wellness center over there. Okay, what's that area code? Mm-hmm. Okay, I got that. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to I know what happened to my daily bread now. I know what happened to my daily bread. I got it. I got this covered now. Okay. I know what happened. I just know what happened. Okay, so I'm just we'll fix that. I wasn't thinking about that yesterday. Mm-hmm. David!
Yes, sir.
This is your favorite radio guy.
Yes, sir.
And I told you I'm going to call you today so you can tell folks about the Veterans Wellness Center over there. And so now here's your shot to tell folks about what you do over there.
Sound like a plan to me, sir.
Well, you're on. First of all, you're located over there on Monticello Drive, and
yes, sir.
And you specialize. You not only help veterans, but you help everybody. But you specialize. You focus on veterans because they are some of the people who seem to have it the worst because of all the life changes they went through, in the military.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So tell us a little bit about Veterans Wellness Center.
Well, Veterans Wellness Center, we are a privately owned medical clinic where we emphasize advocating for the medical needs of our military veterans, but we also service the entire community. Our goal is to ensure that our military veterans have access to pain management and other medical services that actually meet their needs.
Hmm.
As you're aware, Kevin, our military veterans have a unique set of medical needs due to their exposures in war zones and due to their job as military personnel. They have a different set of medical needs, and so you should, as a military veteran, you should not be going to a traditional provider with untraditional needs. And so here at Veterans Wellness Center of Alabama, that's what we specialize in as a veteran healthcare.
Hmm. Hmm. And you have a unique way of dealing with these things that once people call you, I mean, you'll be able to tell them about your program, but your uniqueness is that you're not trying to stuff everybody with pills.
Not at all. Not at all. My goal, especially with the pain management program we use here,
Hmm.
our goal is for a military veteran to either slowly wean themselves off of their pain medication, or to entirely, just completely rid themselves of requiring, narcotic pain medicine, or even the over-the-counter stuff. We've been successful in helping veterans mitigate their use of the pharmaceutical products to manage their pain, and we're just excited. We're also, we added a natural weight loss program to as well. We're trying to help veterans avoid the use of those the weight loss shots that they're giving everybody. We're trying to just offer natural, sustainable, methods to manage their health.
Hmm. Hmm. Is age is age an impediment here, or I mean, is this just for young folks or people who got out last week, or?
No, if you're a military veteran, we can help you. Age doesn't matter. We help the community as well. You don't have to be a military veteran to access our services. Age doesn't matter. We just ask that, come on by and give us a check us out. We're here at Monticello Drive. Definitely, I tell everyone, you got to come see it for yourself, because in the end, just a different approach to managing chronic pain.
And not only do you help veterans, athletes, people that are athletics and play on football teams, basketball team, whatever the case may be. I've seen you sit there and service some of those folks also. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, with the athletes, we help. Okay, what we do here, Kevin? We utilize a Tesla-based muscle stimulation technology, and we use that to treat our chronic pain, but also for younger athletes or older athletes. It helps with recovery from injuries, the strains and the pulls. And if you don't have any injuries, also helps with just improving your overall functionality as a human being. Less pain, you're going to perform better.
Mm-hmm.
In all areas of life, man. So definitely, it's something that we're proud of. We're excited about it because, in the end, we understand that, our military veterans just aren't getting what they need for their chronic pain management. Look at the numbers don't lie. It's a reason why, veterans have a high suicide rate. They're suffering in pain. There's a reason why veterans have, a higher rate of chronic, just obesity, because they're, the chronic pain.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a real problem.
Right.
And it's just the honest. It's a real problem. And there's no real solutions out there. Anyone tells me that taking OxyContin or Percocet or Lortab or Tramadol or diclofenac for 5, 10, 15 years is sustainable, we got to do a lot more education, Kevin. If people think the current pain management is sustainable and appropriate, we're failing, Kevin. I'm failing. That means I'm doing a poor job. If people still think the current pain management is effective and safe and sustainable and the best option, that means I got to market better. We got to do more of these shows, because people need to be aware there's more options out there that actually, that's the other part of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our results are our results. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, sir.
That's what I'm really proud of, is our results, right? I'm not here to try to convince anyone. I challenge anyone that hears this program to come see for yourself. We don't charge military veterans. There's no out-of-pocket expenses. The VA covers what we do here. And in the end, it's like, if you're willing to take a needle in your back, a needle in your knee, if you're willing to take a poisonous substance for your manage your pain, why not come try something that actually is safe and natural and actually works? Like it truly works. As long as you're willing to put in the work and be consistent and come get the treatments, you will see a gradual reduction in your overall chronic pain without a pill or a shot or some fancy device that no one's ever, just sort of some fancy magic, juice.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just, 2025 is a big year for Veterans Wellness Center. We're not, we're going to be here. We're going to expand our services. We're excited. We're adding actually urgent care for our military veterans. Veterans that have a history of alcoholism. A lot of military veterans have a lot of issues that just come from military service, and we're offering urgent care services where military veterans who are like diabetic or have a history of alcohol abuse, military veterans that take a lot of medications from their doctors, they're dehydrated. They cause dehydration and kidney problems. So what we're offering here at Veterans Wellness Center is access to IV hydration services with nutrients to help military veterans deal with these chronic dehydration and chronic metabolic issues because they're not getting access to appropriate medical services.
Mm-hmm. So what's again, my understanding now, if they can call up and get an introductory an introduction to your business. So and I don't think you don't charge for them coming over and ask questions or nothing, do you?
No, what we do on from 2 to 4 p.m. every day, we do free consults and walk-ins. So from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., Monday through Thursday, military veteran and anyone from the community can come in, request a free consult. Depending on how busy we are, we may have to come back the next day. But pretty much, we allow a couple hours every day to allow people to come get free consults, or if people have like walk-in services for the pain management.
Okay, program. What's the number over there at VWC?
Area code 334-676-2797.
Okay, that's area code 334-676-2797. And again, this is not just for veterans, but we specialize in veterans, but it's for anybody in the community. And again, you cannot beat going over there from 2 to 4 if they have the space to put you on there for free. Just go in there and get a consult if they're not too busy, because they're kind of busy sometimes. But I would call first just to make sure that they're not toe up from the flow up with all kind of people over there. And but call them, and that number again is Veterans Wellness Center. It's on Monticello Boulevard. It's right across the street from those hotels. As soon as you come off the freeway, depending on which way you're coming from, across from Sam's on the other side of the road from Sam's, you turn right there, and that's Monticello Drive, and they will be on the left coming from the bypass, or on the right coming from Greystone Road or something like that. But anyway, the number is 334-676-2797. That's 676-2797. Man, I appreciate you there, David. If as soon as I get another pain, I come see you. And we'll talk about next time. We'll talk about the weight loss thing you got going on.
Man, it's big things, Kevin. Come on, holler at me, brother.
Okay.
Looking forward to it.
We'll do it.
Thank you.
David Graham, we call him the People's Doctor over there at Veterans Wellness Center. Thanks, David.
Thank you, sir.
That's right. So that's 676-2797. I've seen them do the work, ladies and gentlemen. I've seen them do the work over there. So if you have pain and you've been living with it for a long time, give those guys a try. Okay, they really do good work over there. And again, that's Veterans Wellness Center. If you've never heard of them, they've been in business around for 4 years. Okay, a lot of times I used to go there and do the computer work for them, so I know a little bit about them. I'm with her all the time. And again, that number again, just in case you need to write it down, 676-2797. That's area code 334-676-2797. That's the number of the Veterans Wellness Center. So hey, get over there. It doesn't cost anything to go over there and see. Okay, it just doesn't cost anything. It's more than ISIS. That's somebody said. Yeah, I probably agree with you on that one. Anyway, so moving right along to other things. Anybody got anything else I want to talk about? It is 8:27 in the morning. So if you got to be there by 9 o'clock, you'll have to you got about 33 minutes by which to arrive. Man, I had so many notes set up here. I was trying to here's somebody. I got more people on the line over here. Okay. Diggs BTW. What's up? How you doing? And Mr. William Boyd. Hey, William Boyd, of course, they are responsible for the parades that they this year for outstanding as usual. Outstanding as usual. Um, it was it was really a great parade when him and his wife and his kids were doing it. I think one of his kids in college somewhere. The other one's still here though. Maya and Naya. Good morning to them, Mr. William Boyd. Now you want to see Williams always on with Williams always on the air with a who's the guy on TV? Good morning, Montgomery. Good afternoon, Montgomery. Whichever one it is. Joe Hagler. He's always on there with him talking about things. Diggs, good morning to you. William Boyd, thank you again, sir, and have a happy new year. And I hope you make more money this year you ever made in your life. Okay. And if you do, let me know. I'll borrow a couple dollars. Danger Gamer, cheap viewers on steamboat.com remove the yeah, I hear you. Anyway, Randy, good morning to you. Hope your day is doing well. Hope everybody's doing well at your household too. Thanks again for this year for helping me send out go out and pass out the we do what's called helping hands, and every year we try to find somebody, some family, somewhere that needs a helping hand. They don't know we're coming, but we be showing up. I don't know how it's going to work this year if we're going to do it anymore. But for the last few years, I mean, we've given 300 computers away. I don't know how much money we didn't give away, a few thousands of dollars doing the Christmas thing there. So I'm good. How do you get on YouTube? Elkman 0557. That's my name. ELKMAN 0557. Elkman 055. For those who don't have and I don't blame you sometimes, don't have what I'm on right now? Facebook, because Facebook wanna, tell you what you can't say, what you can't say, and that's an amazing thing. The people who were the people who are responsible for making sure that they have the freedom to do all the crap they do, they want to ban us from. They want to ban us from YouTube if you say the wrong thing. You say the wrong thing. I mean, you ever notice in America right now, you cannot use the language that we were told. Like, you can't use the word retard. Okay. I mean, now retard means to be slow. Okay. It means to be, but you can't use it because it sounds bad. Okay. So you can't use that word. Let's see, you can't use gay anymore because you can't use gay because gay, we don't like using that. So what other word can we not use? We cannot use there's just so many words that we are changing now. What I'm trying to figure out, and definitions, my Lord, we have changed the definition of male and female to be whatever you want to be. And now we're calling people them and they. Okay. Them and they. We calling people them and they. I'm just stupefied that that's what we do. We calling people them and they. Can you believe that? Yeah, I can't either. So where's he at? Or where's she at? Or where they at? What a crazy world. I'll be glad when Trump gets back in office. Okay. Yeah. I mean, he doesn't do everything I like, but one thing about Trump being in office. Did anybody fear telling people Merry Christmas when Trump was in office? Of course not. Okay. Did anybody fear telling people in public, God bless you? Of course not. No. We only feel that our rights are being taken away by people who say Trump was a threat to democracy. So the people who are complaining about Trump being a threat to democracy are the ones who don't want you to say anything in this democracy. Okay, they're the ones who don't want you. They want to convince you that what you know is right is not necessarily right, but we're going to change. I mean, those are the people when the Supreme Court justice, when Yanjay, whatever her name is, went up before the Supreme Court, said she could not identify a woman, could not define a woman. Wait a minute, all he had to say was me. But she couldn't even say that because it was more important to be politically correct than it was to be anatomically correct. Okay. I mean, do you believe the country that we are living in? It is just It's just crazy. Okay. Anyway, you want to go to YouTube and catch it? We do stream to YouTube and Twitch. YouTube, which is Elkman0557. So if you don't like Facebook anymore, or they banned you, or whatever the case may be, yeah, okay. And again, we do have. So you do know we do have phones, so you can call us up and get something off your mind or ask a question. And normally, if I don't know the answer, by the end of the day, I can get the answer. Okay, I can find out answers to any of your questions. Except why I'm 5'6 3/4. Well, I'm not. I just say 7'5". I just say I'm 5'7". But I don't know why. Who came with 3/4? I don't know. Also, somebody asked me something last week. They said that why didn't I believe in dinosaurs? My son gets in my case all the time. I don't believe. Listen, show me this. Show me the bone. I mean, show me the video, and I'll believe in a dinosaur. Okay. If I look out the window and there's one coming up the street, y'all was right. Okay. But until then, I'm not. Yeah. Now I do believe in UFOs. Yeah, I do. Nowhere in the good book did it say he just made us. We just made for this planet. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are other people, other things on other planets. So I'm sure. I mean, because if there's nothing else out there, now think about this for a second. If there's nothing else out there, then what is this all about? I mean, seriously, what is this all about if there's nothing else out there? The good Lord never did say. He said he made the heavens and the earth. Also, want to thank Pastor Sean yesterday for a good sermon. Didn't last long. I got a message out of it, and I was gone. Okay, I mean, it was good service. I like that. So if you don't want to stay in church all day long, like Hutchison, like some of those, if you want to get in there and get the word, yes, come to what's the name of church over there? What is the name of the church over there? I go there all the time. Is it Meadow? Well, never mind. I'll figure it out. I know how to get there. It's right there on right across the street, right across from the bowling alley off Atlanta Highway. What is it? What is that? Morning View Baptist. Thank you very much. Morning View. So you want to go have a nice church. They don't last long. They believe in the where you drink the waters, not well, it's what do you call that when you drink at the end of the sermon you drink the wine and the crackers. Well, yeah, we don't really have. I don't know why. Is that real wine? Does anybody is that really real wine in the thing that we be drinking? I don't know. I never get drunk or anything off of it, so I guess it's not. I guess it maybe Kool-Aid or something like that. But tastes good though. But it's what it symbolizes. Okay. Now I will admit to you that I don't. Now this is just mine. This is all my own personal opinions. Got nothing to do with anybody else. But if you do communion every Sunday, don't you kind of like weaken it a little bit? I mean, don't you kind of take the seriousness out of it? But probably not. That's just me. That's my thinking is different from most people's thinking anyway. Okay. So I don't think there's much else going on right now. It is 8:36 in the morning. If you got to be there by 9 o'clock, you make sure that you go now. And I know what happened to my daily bread. I know what happened. We came up with a new studio, and in the new studio, we did not put the things in there that I needed to be put in there. Okay, that's just what it is. So okay, I'm not blaming my producer for that anymore. I was blaming him all morning. I was thinking in myself, you didn't see it on the screen because I'm thinking it in my head. I'm thinking in my head that he did something wrong, but he didn't. We did something wrong. Okay. We did something wrong. All right. I'm just saying. All right, then. Let me see. I got anything else to talk about? Me and the mayor. Okay, I told you, I and the mayor yesterday had a great conversation. I hope that Roscoe, because if Roscoe taped that, I'm gonna bring that on our podcast and let you hear it from over here. So I think that I think it was a good show. It was an interesting conversation that him and I had, and I enjoyed it. As a matter of fact, now he's still a Democrat. I'm trying to get him to the joint. I think deep down inside, the mayor is more conservative than he wants to let on. Okay, he wants to let on. Now, I did ask him the question yesterday. I did that, Mayor, if Harris had have won, would you been gone? He said, how did he put it? Well, if an opportunity arose, okay, so that means yeah, you'd have been gone. Okay, if they offered him something that he wanted, yeah, that's good. Well, that was honest. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Okay, I do. But most people, and I'm going to say most people in this town, criticize the mayor often because, and again, he's a Democrat. I don't like nothing about the Democratic philosophy. At least not. Well, I do like some things. I do believe that we should help one another. I do believe that. I sincerely believe that. But what I've seen since I have been here is that both of these parties, for the most part, do the same thing. They look out for their own interests, which I don't have a problem with that. That's why we ought to come up with the PPP, the Poor People's Party, because it's more of us than it is them. Okay, and I'm just thinking I'm gonna have to start that, the PPP. Okay, I think I'll do that. I think I'll I think I will I think I will do it. Wait a minute. Wait. Yeah, hold on one second while I answer this. I think this is an important call. Let me y'all just hang loose for a second. Okay, turn it back on. I got a guest coming up here in a second. People don't have my I keep saying on air line, but it's not on air actually. It is it's a like a online number. Okay. 521-29. Oh, there he is right there. And let me see here.
Call from Bernard Whitehurst. To accept, press.
Mr. Whitehurst.
Good morning. How you doing?
Morning. You must have heard me talking about you or something this morning.
No, that's no I'm at work. I didn't hear you talk about me, but
Oh, well, I was talking
about
you because I was talking about the conversation I had with the mayor yesterday, and about why we find it difficult for them to do something for your family. I just don't. I don't get it. So
yeah, I don't get it neither. But that's what I was calling. The last conversation that we had back in October, he said that he was going to reach out to me, and he still hasn't reached out to me.
Do you believe that if they do something for you guys, they are scared that the Pandora's box is going to open and everybody's going to want something? And if they've been done wrong, they're owed something. But you think that's what it is?
I was told that, but I hate to say it like this, because if anybody did wrong, they deserve to be treated fairly and right.
Mm-hmm.
I can't speak for nobody else, but I can speak for Bernard Whitehurst Jr.
Mm-hmm.
And it took 37 years for the city to even admit that they did wrong. So once you admit that you did wrong, it's time to make it right.
And I was telling people this morning that Kevin Murphy finally, after 37 years, and he came out there because we had him on the show, asked him about that, and he came out there and 37 years, we sorry. And I'm not blaming him, but he's part of that. He's part of that organization that did what they did.
Yeah, well, what the city is doing, man, they trying to hold the statute of limitations. But you got to understand, I was 2 months old when my dad got killed. What could I do? I couldn't speak for him. I can speak for him now, though. And it took 37 years. Okay, just think, if I committed a crime 37 years ago as like murder, I'm going to jail.
That's right. You're still going to jail today.
I got to pay no matter how I've changed my life or whatever. If I commit a murder 37 years ago, I'm going to jail.
Now let me ask you. My understanding. Well, let me ask you, brother. My understanding is that when Donald Watkins took this to the federal court, because, and he took it up there on a charge of violation of your dad's civil rights, and the judge says, well, when somebody's deceased, they don't have civil rights, and case closed. Is that the way you got it?
That's the way I got it. I spoke with Donald Watkins. Me and him had, we just spoke several times, and he assured me that he fought this case the best way he could. So my question to him was, why wasn't a murder charge brought up
Against
instead
somebody.
of perjury?
Right, against somebody.
Yeah, exactly. And the city is ran just like I run my business. It's a business.
Right.
And I use it as an example. I'm a contractor. If another person start a job and they run off on the job and they hire Bernard Whitehurst to come in and finish the job, I can't worry about what that other contractor did. It's my job now. I had to make it right. Everything falls back on me. And it's the same way with the city. Whatever happened in the past is something brought up that is a legitimate case that was brought up, and it's proven fact that the city did someone wrong. They have every right to make it right to that family, no matter who it is.
Wow.
I don't care. I might be looking at it wrong, but that's the way I
agree with you. They represented the city.
People, you got people that's in this office in Montgomery, in the city of Montgomery, they don't care because it didn't happen to them. But a lot of them guys that's sitting on the office stand, Mary Reed as one, he probably wouldn't be in his position if it wasn't for his father, having his father in his life. People don't understand what it's like to have someone taken away from you. Now my dad wasn't no angel. I'm not gonna say he was an angel, but at that moment he was in a bad position and he lost his life. The police officer, that was involved, they went through some stuff too, because I forgave all of them. It's just, okay, if I can forgive, I still want, just something from the city besides two historical markers. And one historical marker they was given to us, and the other one is like I had to earn it because I was the street name. That's a whole nother case because I got swindled out of that, but I ended up taking the historical marker because I'm like, okay, something better than nothing.
That's right. I mean, I've been bringing it up since I've been here. I mean, I was, and Myra McPherson, who is the reporter from the Washington Post or the Wall Street Journal, one of those, she joined me on the phone one day and said, "This is Alabama's Watergate." And I told the mayor, I said, "Listen, until this is taken care of, this is a cloud that is going to run, that just going to be hanging with it." I mean, we killed a man in cold blood.
They don't see it. I'm gonna tell you something. They don't see it like that. They don't see it like that. But I'm not gonna give up.
Right,
it's just like a person that's been in prison for 40 years that didn't commit a crime. Once they get released, 9 times out of 10, they get compensated something. You're talking about a man that was gunned down, murdered, and tried to cover it up. And this is the capital of Alabama, and you can't do what's right. That represents who you are.
Yes, it does. I for the life of me,
I'm telling you something. I'm gonna tell you something how I carry myself. I believe in character.
Mm-hmm.
And I run a business. Most people that run across me in this business, they can say I'm a very easygoing person despite everything I went through. I have a superintendent right now that I'm working up under at this hotel that I'm working on. He read my story. He came to apologize. There's no need of, I told him it's not no reason to apologize to me, man. It wasn't you. It's just, he was like, he wouldn't have thought that I went through what I went through. People don't understand the mental that my family done went through, the attempted suicide that my family done went through. It's been a lot, but they don't care. Only thing they want to do, put their suit on and take pictures and all that. When you're in a position to make something right, make it right.
Yeah, well, I hope at some point in time, and again, this won't make it right, but at least it is a public acknowledgement that something
Well,
was done wrong.
When I hear you, when I say make it right, meaning, okay, we took this guy away from his family at the age of 32 years old. He left 4 kids behind with his wife, and his wife became a widow. Okay, we did this. We took her income away from her.
Right.
She couldn't raise her kids the proper way that she could have, because she had to find herself, because my dad took care of everything. That's what was going on back then. The man, back in the 70s, the man go to work, the woman stay at home to take care of the kids. That was my dad. My dad worked 2 jobs to take care of us. Even though I wasn't number 2 months old, I got sisters and brothers was 3 and 4 years old. He took care of the household. Okay, when you take someone out their household, it's your position to fix it. And when I say fix it, it ain't no amount of money in the world, because I'm gonna tell you something, Kevin. I sit and be with my kids on a regular basis, my grandkids on a regular basis. That's more precious than anything, and they took that away from me, man. I thank God that I'm in a position that I didn't let that stop me from becoming the man that I am to this day. At one time, I was lacking, and I had to get myself together. I had to, I had a lot of evilness in me. It's a lot that people don't know. At one time, on August the 7th, 1999, I was driving to Chisholm to go take the person's life that killed my dad. And just so happened, I got pulled over and I went to jail. See, people don't know that.
Wow. I didn't know that.
They wow. Just look at it. They don't understand the pain when you go and read a story about, everybody get killed every single day. It's people get killed every single day. People, the police kill people on a regular basis. But when you go to an extent to try to act like you didn't do nothing and lie about it, that's a whole nother evilness, man.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother.
I don't know.
Okay, go ahead.
And again, I just I've been hitting the only public official that actually has acknowledged what happened is Joseph Hubbard. He went, now he's a monk now, in Utah.
Yeah, I be in touch with him still.
Yeah. Wow. But, it's a lot of people that have reached out, and you only can go so far as you can or whatever, and it only takes one person to say, okay, let's do something. The same way when they came out 37 years ago, 12 years ago now, about the historical marker or whatever, so that right there was a start. And to finish it off, okay, we need to come up with something to do for the Whitehurst family that is not going to make it all the way 100% right, but at least that we can kind of close this chapter in the city of Montgomery. What about the governor's office? There have been plenty of governors since then. Has anybody reached out to any of the governors that have been in there? Anybody? Do you know?
No. We spoke with the Attorney General, Bill Baxley, a while back. This new Attorney General, man, I never reached. It's hard to kind of contact them people. You got people that'll tell you where they can get you in contact with that person, but then once you walk away from the conversation, you try to call their phone, you don't get no answers, man.
Yeah.
That's why I respect you a lot. At least you do answer your phone and say, well, Bernard, this all I can do is try. Versus telling me, well, man, yeah, I can get you with the Attorney General and see what he say, and then you call their phone, you don't get no answer.
No, that's...
they brush it up on the table.
Well, you don't give up. I'm not gonna give up.
Same way when Mayor Reed was running for mayor the first term. He out there with my brother and sister. My older brother and sister, Stacy Whitehurst and Tracy Whitehurst, they right there on the side of him. talking what he gonna try to do or whatever. And this is his second term, and he still hasn't sit face to face with the Whitehurst family. It's just like back in October when he was on the phone on your radio show when you was talking to him. I asked him did he need me to reach out to him to make an appointment. His first, no, we'll reach out to you. We'll reach out to you. Okay, it's January 6th today, good.
Well, you can't give up. Sometimes it takes a while.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give up.
Yeah, I know you're not.
No,
one more.
My dad left. I'm gonna tell you something. My dad left a key. I'm named after him for a reason. He left. He left a fighter, and I'm a fighter. I'm not gonna stop until I'm gonna just keep on. It's one day I might be old and great or whatever, but I'm still gonna fight for the Bernard Whitehurst name. That's until I leave this earth.
Right. Okay. Well, and again, I think this city has a debt it has yet to pay. And we know that the former mayors, Todd, Bright, when I got at Emory should have took care of this. I mean, he should have.
Emory never spoke with the Whitehurst family. I'm gonna give Todd Swain the utmost respect. He was the first mayor that ever spoke with the Whitehurst family.
All right. Well, man, let's.
Jim Robinson at the time when he resigned, but he tried to run for mayor back. I can't remember what year it was. He tried to rerun for mayor back when I think Bobby Bright won the office at that time. He tried to use the Whitehurst case as and he was the mayor at the time my dad got killed. But he tried to, sit down and had a meeting with us or whatever, talking about what he was going to do. But unfortunately, he didn't win or whatever. But other than that, the only mayor that ever sat down face to face, not one time, not two times, several times, Todd Swain answered his phone. If I called, and I was living in Mobile at the time, if I called Todd Swain, he in a meeting or anything, I leave a message, guess what? That man returned his phone call. That's what businessmen do.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're not gonna give up. Maybe somebody will figure out a way out of this. And I know there's a couple other things that was going on with you guys. I don't know how that's working out, but hopefully we'll get somebody on the city council will have a big enough set to say, you know what, enough of this. We need to do something for that family. So, yeah. All right, Bernard.
Well, I've been kind of quiet here lately, but I just ask God to let me know when time is right, just like I did a few years ago.
Right.
I don't give up. I just do a lot of research, and it's a lot that there's some stuff that I found from stuff that happened in the past that other states come forward and do what's right, and maybe one day maybe one day Montgomery gonna do what's right.
Yeah. Well, let's. You know what? Again.
I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned about the floodgates because, it's other stuff that have been selling in this city of Montgomery that people don't know about.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know.
What I'm saying? So
I
I'm
know
not
something.
concerned about that.
Yeah, I know something. Yeah. All right. Well, Bernard, thank you, sir. Don't give up. As long as I got a place or a place where we can have a conversation about it, we will. So. Talk to you later, my friend.
All right, I appreciate you, Kevin. Thank you, man.
Appreciate it. Yeah, that is just something I to this day I do not understand how they can just not do something for this family. Anyway, my time's just about up. It is a great day to be alive. Anyway. What did I give my word of the day today? I think I gave my word of the day today, right? Astute. Okay, the word astute means it pretty much tells you about me. Astute, brilliant, almost. I'm just saying, that's what the word astute means. I wrote up so many notes last night, and I put them all on the wrong thing. Anyway, I'll leave you with these words. I don't know who said it, but it wasn't me. But I like it. It is not the easy life that makes you strong, but a strong life, but a tough life does make the tough things of life easier to conquer. Say that one more time so I get it right. It is not the easy life that makes you strong, but a tough life does make tough things in life easier to conquer. Remember that when you want to give up, don't ever give up. Don't ever quit, because quitters will never win, and winners, well, they may fail at a thing or two, but they never quit. So I gotta go now because I figured out what happened to my daily bread. I figured out what happened to it today. My bad. Yeah, we messed up on. I did a couple things wrong, so we'll figure that out as we go along the way. I'm gonna do a repeat of this, so anybody wants to listen to Bernard and everybody, they can do that. I gotta go to the VA right now and get my free medicine. What can I tell you? When you get old, you need free medicine. Where is my music at? Okay, there it is right there. There it is right. Yeah, I know what happened now. I know what happened to my thing. Okay, I know what happened. Okay, I know what happened. I got it figured out now. Okay, I'll get that straight tonight. I'll get it squared away. So, hang loose. Have a great day, and whatever you do it right.